Hey, Cornbread review off the bat, bro. You might not like my review then, man. Yeah, so all in all, man, I ended up coming at 2.5 out of 5. Two of them things.
Yo.
5 out of 5 cornbreads for the cornbread review. What you think?
Yo, welcome back, Cornbread Movie Review family, man. I told y'all, I'm back every week with a new episode, man. So before we get into today, make sure you like and subscribe. Just because you subscribe, make sure you turn the notifications bell on. It's right by the subscription. I appreciate y'all. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Even the single mothers out there who ain't got no father, happy Father's Day to you, man. Look what I got for Father's Day, man. Come on, man. It's a movement out here, man. So we doing things, all right? So let's get started. Today, we are here to talk about Hitman's Bodyguard Part 2. Yeah, they made a part 2. Half of the people like part 1, so of course they're going to make a part 2, man. Nothing's original anymore. But we're here to talk about the second installment of Hitman Bodyguard. Couple things for this movie. It's in theaters only. They did a soft opening Wednesday and then most of the theaters on Friday. So it's only in theaters, no streaming platforms, and it's rated R. Come on, man. You know, it's a lot of little freaky things going on in this movie and a lot of violence. So we're going to get into all that. So once again, if you're new to the channel, I do my movie reviews in 5 different sections. First section is acting, all right? So we're going to get into who's in this movie, right? Ryan Reynolds. Everybody loves Deadpool, man. Everybody loves Ryan Reynolds. He did a great job in this movie, man. I really like him. He stayed true to the character from the first movie. His subtle jokes are hilarious, man. Hilarious. I love him, man. Who else is in this movie? Samuel L. Jackson. What can he do wrong, right? He's like Morgan Freeman or something. Like every movie he's in, we love him. So he does this crazy, a little crazy, but I really don't care about anybody else other than my wife role. But he did a good job on this. He doesn't have to act too much because he has other people doing all the stunts and things like that. So he just plays his part, shows up, knocks out the park every time. Also, Salma Hayek, beast. She was really the co-star of this movie, man. She plays the crazy, loving psycho who wants to be a mother, but she kills everybody in her sight, right? So great job to her. When these 3 get together, every scene is gold. Gold. It's like magic, man. So great job on casting these 3 together. I don't know if they work together or talk outside of filming, but their chemistry is off the charts, man. So them 3, good job. Overall for acting, they get 4 out of 5, man. Like I said, all 3 of them together, or even when 2 of them are together with scenes, they knock it out the park, man. So good job to them. Next category, cinematography. So this movie's about 2 hours long. It doesn't feel like 2 hours, but it's a good, solid movie. The location, they do a lot of location hopping. They're in Italy one scene, they go to Croatia one scene, then they go back to Italy, then back to other places. So I don't knock too many points off, but it can get overwhelming of just all the scenes going back and forth and traveling, but they're not even showing them traveling. They're just like, all right, they're back in Italy, right? So you're going to get a little points off of that. The budget was $50 million. I forgot how much the first movie, the budget is, but they spent some money on this, right? So visually look great. Especially, you know, I've never been to Croatia or Italy's a bucket list thing. So the fact that they got the film during there, especially during COVID, you know, I really enjoyed that. It was nonstop action, which is a good thing. But when they had the little lull in the action, they tried to have more dialogue, kind of took away from some of the movie. But cinematography was pretty solid. Like I said, some of the action scenes started to get to the Fast and Furious, if you know what I mean. So overall, 3.5 out of 5 for cinematography for me. I see where they were going. They had the budget, but they could have been a little bit more creative in how they showed it on film or how it translated. All right, storytelling. Next category, storytelling. It continues immediately after the first movie, which I enjoyed. So it's not like 7 years later, what are they doing now? It takes them seriously after Ryan Reynolds takes a bullet for Samuel L. Jackson in the courtroom. So really enjoyed that. He's still traumatized, dealing with that, losing his bodyguard license. So it's pretty funny. The premise of this movie is somebody wants to overpower the power grid, and it blows everything up, right? And it destroys cities and countries and things like that. So that's the premise of it, of them trying to stop this from happening. You learn more about the characters, though. You learn Salma Hayek's past. She was a little bit in the first one, so she has more of a prominent role in the second one. So you learn a little bit more about her past, a little bit more about Ryan Reynolds' character, and it's a little twist, like, why is this person in this movie? But it makes sense from the second half of the movie. So good job for them. Also, some of the action scenes made sense, right? So when they go from A to B to C, it makes sense. It's not outlandish. That's why I knock a lot of points off with storytelling, because I'm like, how did that happen? That doesn't make sense. Why would this person be in this situation? Or how did we get here? So it made sense for this storytelling. But when they were in the action scenes, come on, man. You have a helicopter or a rocket launcher losing to a van and a pistol, right? Like, come on, that doesn't make sense. Or they say, obviously we talk about a little bit of spoilers, but, Salma Hayek has a bomb and a wrist. They put a device on her wrist, and she can only stay like 15 feet away from the bomb or the suitcase, but yet somebody could easily take it off. It doesn't explain how that is possible, but nobody else could take it off, right? So a couple plot holes in the story. I had to take points off, but overall, pretty solid, right? It wasn't like they piggybacked off of another movie. So overall, gets a 3.5 out of 5. Storytelling for me, there was a lot of room for improvement, but it wasn't the worst thing that I've seen, okay? Did I get what I bought? Once again, it's only in theaters, so it's on no streaming platform. So a ticket is about $11, $12. Yes, I still go to the movies, because nostalgia. I love the feel of the movies. But if you're not comfortable with that, with obviously COVID still being out there, maybe if you're vaccinated, you can still go in there. There's no mask restrictions, but I always keep my mask on. So it's a lot of blood, jokes, and action, especially from the first one. I expected it for the second one, and that's what I got, man. So they stayed true to the characters through and through. So they didn't jump the shark or anything like that. And if y'all know what that saying is, that means they just do something outlandish to try to get your attention. They didn't do that. They stayed true to their characters. So did I get what I bought? 4 out of 5, man. I went in expecting this certain feel of a movie, and that's what I got. So good job to that. Also, last category, is it must see? Come on, man. It's Father's Day once again. Father's Day, action, blood, Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson. Why not? What else you got to do? You ain't getting nothing else anyway, so you might as well treat yourself to a high-packed action movie. So is it a must-see? I give it a 4 out of 5. Like I said, there's way worse movies out there, so this one's a solid one. I'm not going to do it, any disjustice for telling you that. Make sure you go see it. So overall, drum roll, please. What's the total? It barely made it. I'm going to give you a little insight. In my mind, I'm watching this movie. I'm like, it's about a 3.5. As I write it out the categories and number each one, it got, I'm going to tell you more. So it got a 3.8. So I round up for 3.8s, 3.9s. If it's a 3.7, I round down, which gives it a 3.5. So this movie got a 3.8, what makes it a 4 out of 5 Cornbread movie review. Just barely made it. But I appreciate that movie. Let me know what you think in the description. Also, check out the movies from 2021, man. Come on, man. We racking these up, man. I'm not playing with y'all. So, overall, 4 out of 5 for me. As always, I'm not going to leave y'all hanging, man. Come on, man. We have to talk about a forgotten movie. This is part of the Cornbread movie review, where I give you a movie that maybe you heard about, maybe you've seen a long time ago, but it's a hidden gem. It's a goodie, man. And if you've never seen this, make sure you go watch this, man. So the movie we're going to discuss today is Warrior. Warrior, great movie. This movie came out in 2011. It's PG-13, and it's only PG-13 because it's UFC fighting, so a little violence, but I think it's for all ages to see this, man. It's an underdog movie. It's a follow your dreams type of movie, man. It should get you motivated, right? No matter your path, you could always accomplish your goals, even your age. So please go make sure you watch this movie. Come on, Tom Hardy's in it, ladies. I know y'all love Tom Hardy, man. He can't do any wrong. And also Joel Edgerton. So he plays a good role. He's the main character in this, man. So make sure you go watch Warrior. Make sure you go watch Hitman Bodyguard 2. Make sure you subscribe. I got a lot going on. Happy Father's Day once again. I'm back with another Cornbread movie review. Let me know what you think. Subscribe again. I love y'all. Peace.